Hi, BC art students. Welcome to your first digital art lesson. So first off, I miss you guys. I hope you're all doing well, and I hope your families and yourselves are staying healthy. Right now, we're putting our choice-based projects on hold. Hopefully, we'll get back to those when we get back to school. I'm excited to see you guys get back to work on those because you've been doing a really, really good job. For this kind of online platform, I'm trying to make sure everybody can produce and make art. Some of you have certain materials, some of you have just pencil and paper. So we're going to try to make this work as best as possible. The first thing we're going to do is just go over some of the basics that we need to remember. Basic color theory is the first thing we'll be covering, and then we'll get into some different drawing techniques. The main thing that I need you guys to be able to do is upload a photograph of your work. I put a tutorial online, a little video link on how to upload a photograph of your work to Google Classrooms when I post assignments, so it's important that you are able to do that. If you don't know how to do that, or if you need help doing that, please reach out to me. Every day from 1 to 1:50, all of your teachers will be available to you. So if you're having trouble with any sort of work, please reach out to us via email. If you need help with anything, let us know. But for me, the main thing that you need to be able to do is upload a photograph of your projects. The other thing that's really important to remember for digital art, or rather online art, is that you will be watching a video like this one. This is our first one. And every time you watch the video, it's really important that you answer the question that is posted with that video. That question is going to count as your attendance for art class, and we will be keeping track of who is engaging in the work, so it's really important that you answer that question at the end of the video. You're supposed to have art every Tuesday and Thursday. Try your best to be there for your designated art time. Everyone has art at the same time, so it's going to be great. You guys can hopefully get everything done for art, and it should be something that you enjoy doing. It should be a nice, relaxing activity. I have a couple of good things planned for you and something that you can do kind of to make it a little easier, making art at home, but, just something fun, different activities that you guys can do, and hopefully you can incorporate these techniques into your projects when we return. So like I said, we're going to do color theory today. Your first assignment is actually going to be centered around the color wheel. So I'm going to use my new home studio setup that I have put together for you guys. Hopefully it works. I'm going to try to record myself doing a demo of a color wheel, and we're actually going to be doing a found object color wheel. So with that found object color wheel, you guys will be searching for different items that match different colors within the color wheel. You'll arrange them in the correct order of the color wheel and upload a photograph of your final work. So right now I'm going to switch over to doing my demonstration. Hopefully you guys can see that. Hopefully it works out well. You should already know all this stuff. It's about color theory and color mixing, so bear with me as we go along. The questions that you'll be answering will have to do with this color wheel, and your final piece for this project will be your found object color wheel. All right, so we are going to go over some color theory right now. Basically what we're going to do is look at the color wheel and figure out what colors mix to make new colors. You guys will not be making a color wheel at home using normal art materials. Not everyone has access to paints or colored pencils or crayons, so we're going to do something a little more creative. We're going to get innovative. But the first thing we're going to do right now is look at what colors you see here, which are the primary colors. Okay, so the primary colors, it's nice and easy, are red, yellow, and blue. The reason they're primary colors is because you cannot mix two other colors to make these colors. So red, yellow, and blue are just red, yellow, and blue. You cannot mix, let's say, blue with another color to make red. They just come from the pigmentation in whatever natural resource they're found from. So we have red, yellow, and blue. Okay, so you probably already know this, but the next thing that comes when we mix two primary colors together are secondary colors. I'm going to leave some space, and the last thing is going to be tertiary colors. There are a lot more of tertiary colors than there are of the secondary colors, but we're going to go over how to mix those right now. All right, so you know this already, but we're going to do a nice review. So the way we get secondary colors is by mixing two primaries. So I'm going to start with a little bit of my red. I'm going to move it in between my red and my yellow. Rinse my brush, which we will get back to when you guys come back to painting. I'm going to add a little bit of yellow to my brush, and when I mix it, I'm going to get a nice orange color. Okay. I'm going to mix yellow and blue next, so I'll pick up a little bit of blue onto my brush, put it right in the middle, rinse my brush, come back. I'm going to add some yellow. And when I mix my yellow and my blue together, I get a nice green, which you guys know. My last color combination for my secondary colors is going to be purple or violet, and to do that, I'm going to mix my red, rinse my brush, and I'm going to add a little bit of blue. So that's going to get me a nice violet color, or purple. All right, so our secondary colors you get by mixing two primaries together. So we have orange, green, and purple or violet. Okay, our tertiary colors are going to come next. So the way we make tertiary colors, or third colors, is by mixing a primary with one of the secondaries. So basically we're making a gradation between 8th graders. You know this from value scales. There are different steps of the value scales from dark to light. It's the same kind of concept where you mix things together to make a step in between. So if I want to make a tertiary color, I'm going to mix a primary color with the secondary color that is next to it. So if I mix red with some orange, I'm going to get a step in between. That's going to be more like a red-orange color. They weren't very creative when they came up with these names, but it's nice and easy to remember. To name a tertiary color, you always start with the primary color, add a hyphen, and then the secondary color. So you have red, orange. We are going to make a nice yellow-orange next. We're going to grab some of the orange, rinse the brush, add a little bit more yellow, and we have a nice yellow-orange. So you can see there are different steps that lead us to the next color. We're going to make a nice yellow-green, so I'll take some green, rinse my brush, add a little more yellow, and now I have a nice yellow-green in between those two. I'm going to go over and make a blue-green by adding some green from my original color. I'm going to add a little bit of blue, and now I have a nice blue-green color. This actually looks a little too blue to me, so I'm going to go back and add a little more of the green to make it more of a blue-green. It's a little better. Next comes blue-violet. I'm going to add the violet, a little bit of blue. I'm going to mix those together, get a nice blue-violet, and the last is going to be red-violet. So I'm going to take the violet paint that I made before. I'm going to add a little bit more red, and that looks a little less purpley than I'd like. So I'm going to go back and get some of the purple, the violet, and mix it in there. All right, so now you can see you have like a full range of colors in this color wheel. So I know not everyone has access to different coloring supplies. So what we're going to ask you guys to do is actually create a found object color wheel. Basically, I'm going to give you an example of what I'm doing for that, but you're going to find different objects around your house and combine them together and arrange them in such a way to show these different colors. Okay, so colors don't have to come from crayons. You can actually find objects to represent the colors, which I will go over shortly. Just remember that you have your primary, secondary. I'm going to list out the tertiary colors as well. This is going to be some of the information I ask you about later, so it's important to remember this. All right, so we have red-orange, we have yellow-orange, we have yellow-green, we have blue-green, and I'm going to keep listing these here because you can see them. We have blue-violet, and we have red-violet. Okay. So those are your tertiary colors, your primaries, and your secondaries. You're going to do a little bit of research and see what around your home you can find to represent these colors. And you're going to post that as a response to this assignment. So you'll see my example coming up soon. Okay, so as you can see, I have made a lovely found object color wheel. I found different objects around my apartment, and I have organized them into the way the color wheel is organized. So I have red at the top. I have my attempt at finding red, violet, violet, blue, violet, blue, blue, green, 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 yellow, all the way up to orange and red, orange. You're going to find that you can see some colors a little more easily than others, or you might be able to find some colors a little more easily than others. That's fine. Try your best to get at least 20 objects into your color wheel. Please ask for permission before you move anything that your family might need. There are a lot of different things to look around different school supplies you might have, games you might have. You might find, different spices, but please ask for permission before you move anything. Again, you don't want anyone to be frustrated about something being misplaced. But try to find 20 different objects that you can organize into a color wheel. And that's pretty much it. Take a picture, upload it to your assignment for the day, and that should be good. If you have any questions about uploading the photo, I did upload a video of how to upload a photo, but please just double check that. And if you still need help, let me know, and I can try to help you out the best I can. All right, guys, have fun with this, and the next activity will be posted on Thursday.